Yo, what up, gang? Welcome to week 6 of the Rig Report, where we're doing our picks for week 6, which I'm going to start calling Predict the Script. So this is Predict the Script week 6. And before we get into it, man, just being a Phillies fan, being a Philadelphia fan, this, it was one of those weeks. Woo! Thursday night. Damn. Phillies, man, real quick, man. What was that, guys? We ain't even get into baseball yet. That's down the line, but what happened at the end of the Phillies game, guys? We in triple quadruple overtime with the Dodgers. Bases loaded. You throw it to first base. He throws it not even to home. I don't know where he threw it. He was throwing it to the crowd. Like, what's going on? You don't do that in the postseason. Was that rigged? Was that scripted? I don't know. I'll be honest. I need to research a lot more in baseball. But oh man, that was horrible. Yeah, I need to sip something on this episode. Phillies, the Eagles, shit, even the Flyers came out to play and got spanked. Like, woof. Syrup something on this show. It's tough. Tough Thursday for us. But you know what? We built for it. You know what I mean? So maybe next year with the Phillies. Let me know what y'all think. But anyways, we're going to get into Predict the Script week 6. Your boy Jersey Snoop, JS, whatever you want to call me. We already talked about the last games. I predicted Thursday night, Eagles and Giants. I don't know what's going on with my birds, man. I don't know what's going on. We ain't scored in the second half in the last 3 games. 3. It's time for some change. It's time to do something with this OC. Excuse me. The coaching decisions. You got to make changes as you go. You know what I'm saying? And we're not hitting on all strides right now. You know what I'm saying? So the defense needs to step up. We need to get more creative with these plays. We just need to come together, but I'm not in panic mode yet. This happened last year. Remember, we had issues early. We went on our bye. We came back. We got right. We didn't lose again, so there's time, but we need to stop. They need to stop this same script. You know what I mean? The same storyline, so looking at that game Thursday, I was just like, wow, you know what I mean? First it was back and forth, then we couldn't score no more. And shout out to the Giants players, Cam Scatterbo running through walls. I just like them as, I'm a fan of what I see, but Dart and Scatterbo look like good picks, and then they got Abdul Carter. So the Giants did their thing in this draft. So we'll see, but hey, come on, Eagles, get it together. I know we played them twice in 3 weeks, though. That's another thing I was thinking. It's like, a lot of times we split with our division people, with our division foes. So they got theirs in New York, and of course we're gonna whip their ass in 2 weeks when we play them again, at the link. So, it is what it is right now. We got to take the losses like we take the wins. You know what I mean? So I'm sure people giving it to us online and stuff like that. It's all right. We be good. Let's go Birds. Feel me? But yeah, that was Thursday night. So let's look to this week's Predict the Script, and let's see what kind of picks we can kind of come up with, and let's just brainstorm things. And before we start, if you guys noticed, I got a nice little bump in subscribers this week. Salute to all my new subscribers. I want to give a shout out to my son Q, who gave me the little advice on how to kind of grow my channel, and it's been working. So salute to my son for that. But welcome to the Rigged Report, where the world is a stage, but we still trying to get paid. What can we do about it? We love sports. I love sports. I love the NFL. You know what I mean? It's just sloppy looking, and it's not even looking like they're really trying. And a lot of shit is kind of predictable, and it's like It's rigged. It's rigged. It's too much money to not be controlled. But we just trying to expose what we see because they don't make it believable. And then you got all them people on in our inbox, and you don't know football. Listen, man, we know football, bro. Like we've been watching, playing, betting for years. Come on, man. Stop excusing the obvious. You guys will defend against what your own eyes are seeing. We don't do that here, man. We a community of like-minded people who look deeper, who looking at what we see and like, yo, this shit don't make no sense, bro. Did you see that shit? You know what I'm saying? Trevor Lawrence and the Chris Jones not moving with the Jags beat the Chiefs. Did you see that shit? Patriots beat the Bills. Did you see that shit? Like, come on. Like, this shit is not really going down the way you think. So this week, we're going to predict the script of these games, see if we can pull some picks out of it because we're trying to make money and we love the sport. So with that said, on to week 6, what we got first? We got Broncos at Jets. And we're playing in London. They stay overseas for some reason now. Every week they're overseas. So we're in London in the UK. Cheerio, mates. And the Denver Broncos are 7.5-point favorites against the Jets. Remember, I thought the Jets would put up a fight last week. They didn't. I've lost all hope in them even thinking they're going to have some get-right game, whatever the case may be. The Broncos just beat the Eagles. They're riding high. So I'm sure everybody's probably going to have their money on the Broncos. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets do what they're supposed to have done last week and put up a fight and run crazy and have some defense and maybe cover the 7.5. But I don't think they'll be on any of my picks anytime soon. Just announced, Bo Nix announced a pregnancy with his girlfriend. Salute to Bo Nix. You see, guys, when you're winning, you know what I'm saying? He riding a 2-game win streak and you're making money. It kind of make you want to bust a nut. You know what I mean? You want to go raw dog in your girl. Like, baby, I'm winning. I got the money. Let's go. I'm going raw dog. Shout out to Bo. You know what I mean? It's like ODB. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. He likes it raw. You know what I mean? You winning. That's what you're supposed to do. You feel me? So we ain't going to call him ODB. We're going to call him Bo DB. Get it? Bo, Denver, Broncos. Y'all catch up. So he's Bo DB from now on. You know what I'm saying? He likes it raw. Salute, congrats on his pregnancy with his girlfriend. Winning to do that. Winning will make you want to bust a nut. You feel me? Especially a raw one. You dig? But Broncos, I don't see them losing unless it's in the script. So they'll probably get another win, and that's London. So we're going to go to the 1 o'clock games. Let's see what we got. First on my list, we got the Cardinals at the Colts. Colts beat the brakes off the Raiders last week. I think it was 40-6. Beat the dog shit. Dog walked them, all of that shit. Now they got the Cardinals. The Cardinals. The ones who did the interception, fumble, touchdown to the other team all in one play. I'm sure you guys seen the short. The Colts are 6.5-point favorites. Under a touchdown. Very interesting. Cardinals stink. Kyler Murray's, not practicing. We'll see if he plays. They might be better off with Jacoby Brissett as the backup if he doesn't play. Yeah, I have no hope in the Cardinals in this one. Colts, 100% money line, of course. We ain't picking their fixed spreads over here. We trying to get some money and we doing this shit the real way. 6.5, they should blow the doors off them, but I'm taking the Colts money line on that just to win. Unless Cardinals come up with some what's that, Mac Jones magic or some Trevor Lawrence sprinkle fairy dust. I don't see them beating the Colts right now. However, keep this in mind because we predicting the scripts here, right? Marvin Harrison Jr., I looked this up. This is his first game playing in Indianapolis against the Colts, which was his father's team. So y'all think things like that don't matter or whatever the case may be. Don't be surprised if Marvin Harrison Jr. gets a touchdown or kind of balls out of control, even if they lose, at his daddy's house. You feel me? It's very symbolic. You know what I mean? We know who runs the NFL owners and all that. They got Colts fraternities and all of that. Shit like that goes down. You understand what I'm saying? For example, did you guys know? I guess you know now, but did you know Saquon and Cooper DeJean's birthday was February 9th, right after the Super Bowl? And Cooper DeJean did happen to get a pick six in the game, I believe, and Saquon did what he did. Certain things matter, especially when we talk about entertainment. You feel me? We ain't talking real sports entertainment, producing a great show for the viewers and everything. So things matter. So like I said, I low key like Marvin Harrison Jr. to get a touchdown, maybe big yards, but a touchdown at the Colts so they can do the kind of connection of his father. Don't be surprised if he has a stat like one of his father's games or something like that. Y'all got to do the numbers, you know what I mean? Try to peep the connection. You feel me? So Marvin Harrison Jr., pay attention to that. You know what I mean? But outside of that, unless the rig is in or something, Colts winning this one. The coach on the Cardinals, then he punched I can't say this guy's name, DeMarcado, whatever, on the sideline. You don't do that. You don't put your hands on your players, man. Like, he should have, listen, you put your hands on me. Beat the shit out. I'll take that fine. You know what I mean? Self-defense. You hit me first. Don't put your hands on me. So, yeah, Colts running away with this one. I'm not going to hold too long on that one. I'll probably take the Colts as one of my picks. We'll see. I'm going to mull it over. All right, next game, we got the Chargers at the Dolphins. This is like the injury game to me. You got no Tyreek Hill. Chargers don't have none of their running backs. Mario Hampton's out now. I forgot who they had the first time. What's the guy with the steal? Najee Harris is down. They have Vidal and another guy they're putting in there. So it's just plug and play with the running backs. Chargers lost 2 games in a row after starting 3-0. 3 division games in a row. They thought they was running away with the division. They lost 2 in a row. Dolphins started off good last week, but then they kind of fell off and let the Panthers beat them, which I ain't see how. Waller was balling early. They stopped giving them the ball. So this one is hard to call. The Chargers are 3.5-point favorites on the road. I feel like Mike McDaniel's job is starting to become, in question. They keep losing. So I'm not picking this because, they're both on a downward spiral right now. But 3.5 at home, getting 3.5, and you're kind of desperate, I would probably lean towards the Dolphins with the points if it was me. But you guys let me know what kind of script you see. What do they see going? You think Chargers get back right, or you think Dolphins pull off a desperation win and the Chargers kind of come back down to earth while Kansas City trying to catch up? Like, not sure on that one. So we're going to keep it moving. Patriots at the Saints. Patriots got that big fluky win at Buffalo Sunday night. Saints, who we didn't think would win the game this whole season, got a win off against the struggling Giants after the Giants got their big win. See, up and down, up and down. So Patriots was 3.5-point favorites. I mean, I didn't feel like the Saints were going to win too many games, if not just one, because I feel like they're tanking for a quarterback. But to keep it real, if you look at the stats, Rattler hasn't been playing that bad. 6 touchdowns, 1 interception so far. I don't know if they're a believer in him or if the tank is still on. I'm not sure what's going on, but I feel like the Patriots, of course, are a better team. I don't see the Saints winning 2 back to back. Patriots, Mike Vrabel. I could see the Patriots winning. I'll lean towards the Patriots. I wouldn't take that 3.5 though. This can be a 1-point game. I would take the money line and say that the Saints got their 1 win and now they're back to just losing games. If I had to take it, but that's about it with that one. I'll probably take the Patriots. We got the Browns and the Steelers, which is very interesting. Steelers coming off the bye. I got the win before the bye. They're going to win after the bye. Mike Tomlin don't play with his buys. Like, for real. Look at the records. Like, he don't play with these buys. So, 100%, lock it up. Give me the Steelers. Money line. They can keep these point spread. Usually Browns play them tough. You know what I mean? So, I could see it being a low scoring or close game. But not really. Like, Dylan Gabriel's out there. We got to put this together. Dylan Gabriel's out there. They shipped off Fluco. You got Shedeur Sanders waiting in the wings as announced as the backup QB. Steelers coming off their bye. They're healthy. Dillon Gabriel had his first game overseas against the Vikings. Dude, this is your first real road game, and you're playing at the Steel Curtain, and Shedeur's on your back. I can see the Steelers running away with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Definitely the money line. They not losing this game. Ain't no script. Ain't no script gonna make us believe that the fucking Cleveland Browns is gonna beat the Steelers in this spot. Steelers, my lock pick of the week. Aaron Rodgers, all of them getting healthy. Defense is getting back. Yeah. I see the Browns. Script I see is, maybe they hang tight for a little bit, but then Dillon Gabriel starts throwing picks or whatever and turns it over. Steelers run it up. But Dillon Gabriel has to play bad a couple games in a row for Shedeur Sanders to get a chance to come in. Or Steelers hurt Dillon Gabriel. He gets knocked out the game somehow, and here comes Shedeur. Either way, the script is in. Shedeur is eventually going to get his shot. He was waiting as the third quarterback. They got rid of Flacco. Now he's the second. This boy ain't going to last. And then he's going to get his shot. So I just hope it works out. But Steelers all day, every day this week. All right, we're going to move over to the Cowboys and the Panthers. Okay, Cowboys just got a big win against the bum-ass Jets. Panthers just got a comeback win against the bum-ass Dolphins. Dallas is 3.5-point favorites at the Panthers. Rico Dowdle's talking shit. He used to play for the Cowgirls last year. He just had a big 200 rushing yard game. Turned into Emmitt Smith on him. Just started beast moding. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a lot of friction back and forth, a lot of jibber jabber. Cowboys have no defense. I think the Panthers have a better defense. You got Horn back there as a CB. But Dak and the Cowboys or Bryce Young, I understand they're improving, but they just got to win. I would lean towards the Cowboys. Cowboys 2-1. You're going to go back to 2-3 again, or are you eventually going to get above 500 and start, competing for a playoff spot? Like, what are you going to do? You just going to keep losing games? So I would take the Cowboys to win this one. I will not take the 3.5, of course. Again, I only take spreads if I'm taking the underdog when I'm putting my money down. So I would take the Cowboys in this game, though. A game or two before Lamb comes back. Pickens has been holding it down. It's the Cowboys. At some point, they got to get to that point where it looks like, they're winning. So everybody can be like, oh, we're on our way. And then Cowgirls do what Cowgirls do and choke and all of that. So give me the Cowboys on that one at the Panthers. Could be a sneaky upset, but we'll see. Next game, we got the Seahawks and the Jaguars. Jaguars just won a Super Bowl last week when Trevor Holmes fell, got up, ran around. Chris Jones was taking the break while he's on the field and just let Trevor Lawrence run in for his not one but second rushing touchdown. I told you, Jaguars and the Bears are the darling teams. You know what I mean? They want to push them and make them win. The defense is good. I'm not hating on the defense, but the offense is still trash. You know what I mean? Brian Thomas not getting the ball. Travis Hunter playing both sides, but he's not dominant on either side. So that pick is still like, okay, you got a good body, but he's not dominant as a wide receiver. He's not shutting people down as a corner. What are they doing there? You feel me? But NFL likes them. You know what I mean? They want Trevor Lawrence to stay in the limelight, is make or break for him. So they want to push the big model, the big model player. You know what I'm saying? He looks like a model. So they want to push. They want him to succeed. So, however, though, just think about this. Seahawks just lost against the Bucks. Bucks came to Seahawks, back and forth with Baker and lost that one. Jaguars just won against the Chiefs riding high. Seahawks are 1.5 favorites. Why aren't the Jags favorite the way they've been winning with their defense? Tell me. Why aren't the Jags favorite? You feel me? So to me, it's like they want us to take the Jags. Oh, Jags just beat the Chiefs. They can beat the Seahawks. Seahawks just lost. They home. Oh, and they getting a point? That's how they get us. You feel me? That's how they get us. So I like the Seahawks. I don't think I'm going to make it again. It can go either way. But don't be surprised if the Seahawks win that game. It's always week to week. Baker and them lost. They went to the Seahawks. They win. They come over here to the, Seahawks come to the Jaguars who just win. It's flip-floppy like that. And why is the Seahawks favorite? Seahawks got 3 DBs that's out. 3 of their top backs are out. You know what I'm saying? Jaguars are healthy. And they're rolling. Remember? Why are the Seahawks favorite? To trick the mind of the average bettor, they're going to easily take the Jaguars. Not so fast, my friend. Be careful with that one. Don't be surprised if Seahawks cover. All right? So we're going to rock Seahawks with that one. Let's go to the next game. Rams at Ravens. My poor Ravens. Oh, my son is stressing. Let me take a shot for home. Whew. My son is stressing. Lamar is out again, of course. A lot of their defense is still hurt. Rams, who lost to Mac Jones in that miracle Thursday night when Mac Jones turned in to Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes combined to 1. So they're reeling off another loss. Of course, everybody and their mother has the Rams to win this game, especially with no Lamar Jackson. I think they lost 44-10 or whatever it was last week to the Texans. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, the Rams, you know what I'm saying, should win this game. They're coming out with Cooper Rush again, who looked like ass last week. They're doing it again. You know, Ravens got a bye after this, and then they got a soft schedule. So I can see the Ravens running off 5-6 straight, like literally after the bye. But for this game, a lot of people got the Rams. A lot of people got everyone. Who's taking Cooper Rush after what we just seen last week? You know what I mean? And it's 6.5 under a touchdown. I might would take the Rams on that. I would have to see it to believe it. Like Cooper Rush is just going to turn into Tom Brady. It's possible. We seen Mac Jones do it, but I'm just saying it's unlikely. Rams get this win. Ravens lose. I will probably take the Rams money line. I'm still thinking on it. We'll see what happens with that one. They need to give Derrick Henry. I don't even know what they're doing with their stars because the quarterback is bad. So, yeah, you got to go Rams in that. Rams need to win. You got to go Rams on that one. So, yeah, I might lock that one in. Sorry, son. My money, you know what I mean? They don't know us. Shoot, I like them as a fan, but I need my pockets. I ain't going to bet wrong or stupid because I'm a fan. Like, my money first. Then comes my fandom. I got to feed the kids. So, sorry on that one, son. I might have to go Rams. All right. All right, so next game, we got the Titans and the Ravens. Oh, God. Next. Nah. This shit is bad, man. Titans got that miracle win off the fumble interception shit we showed on the Cardinals or whatever. Raiders, they ain't found a win since their first game. I keep saying this shit. Fire Chip Kelly. Pete, get them out. Get them all the fuck out of here. Get them up out of there. Get them up out of there. Like, this is bad. Now, look, Titans wasn't even supposed to win last week. They're bad. They need to fire their coach, too. Callahan, he needs to go. But, however, the Raiders are back at home. 0-2 at home. If the Raiders cannot beat the fucking Titans at home, everybody fight. Tom Brady's going to come out of that fucking booth and kick some ass in that locker room. Like, there's no way you can't beat the Titans. You're, 1-4. Won the first game, lost 4 in a row. I hate Chip Kelly. I hate him. How can you not beat the Titans? Raiders money line. No Brock Bowers. So what? You can't win at home against the Titans. You get them the fuck out of here. Zip them up. Get them out of here if you can't beat the Titans. That will be enough. I already don't fuck with the Raiders. If you can't beat the Titans at home, enough is it. We ain't even talking about y'all no more. I probably won't even talk about what games y'all playing in again. All right? So let's move on with that shit. Y'all bet not lose to the fucking Titans who got a miracle win. Bet not. All right, next up, we got the Bengals at the Packers. All right, take y'all down memory lane with this one. I think it was 2 weeks ago when the Bengals lost that Zach Taylor was on that podium talking about he don't need another quarterback. He's not looking. He has confidence in Jake Browning. Y'all remember that? 2 weeks later, they trade for fucking Joe Flacco. Not even been there fucking 3 days, and they talking about they're starting him. Where's my fucking hat? Somebody's capping. Somebody's lying. Zac Taylor, you're a fucking liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. I got complete confidence in Jake Brown. He's been there with you for a few years. He's been the backup. He did good the last time Joe Burrow got hurt and he had to run and take it and step in. So this is how they lie to us. Think about that 2 weeks ago up on the podium. Yes, I have complete confidence. They know we don't need another quarterback. Jake's this, blah, 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 blah. Got their ass spanked, traded for Joe Flacco. And why are you trading for him? He just got benched because he's ass. He's past his prime now. It's over. And this is how they stick in their fraternity, too. You'd rather go get somebody who's trash garbage, 3 days, don't even know the playbook, so to speak, and you're starting over the motherfucker who been there for the last 3-4 years, backing up, know the playbook like everything that you said you believed in. Lie. And you'd rather take old-ass Joe Flacco than to go get a Teddy Bridgewater or, Fitzpatrick if he came back. Just a veteran, somebody who ain't been playing like shit lately. You'd rather go get that shit player who got benched on the Browns than to go find somebody else. This is how they stay in their fraternity. Come on now. Let's put it together. You feel me? Yeah, we got you starting. Zac Taylor, lies. Capping. You capping. Get them out of here. Y'all not winning shit. They should get blown. Joe Flacco has not even seen the fucking playbook yet. If we talking real football. Today, you don't know football. How the fuck is he over there starting 3 days in? What plays is he going to know? Against the Packers, fresh off a bye. Packers should murder them. Call the cops. It's a body. It's a homie. There's no, you know what I'm saying? If we talking real football, he shouldn't only know a couple plays, right? So why the fuck would you start him? Is that smart? If you're the fucking coach, you're Zac Taylor, and you bring in a fucking quarterback the first fucking week, 3 days before game time, you're telling him you're going to start him? Is that smart? Explain this one. The little trolls that be coming in on our comments and shit. The sheeps. Explain that. Would you do that? You don't know football. Would you do that? Makes no fucking sense. And don't be surprised if Flacco come out and start playing like old Flacco. Fuck out of here. Welcome to the Rig Report, man. We ain't buying that shit. So anyway, with that said, Packers are 14, went down to 13.5-point favorites against the Bengals at home. Packers beat the shit out of them, all that. There's nothing to talk about. Bengals, sorry, Joe Burrow, but it's their offensive line. They need to get that shit together because it's getting people hurt. Ja'Marr Chase is never going to win like that. You know what I mean? Packers all day. I don't take big spreads or shit like that anyways. I mean, if you want to take them at minus 800 or whatever the money line is just to boost up your ticket. But Packers lose that game, we'll be here next week with the look face like, come on, son. You feel me? Fuck out of here. All right, next game. We got the 49ers. Return of the Mac. Hey, return of the Mac. Hey, yeah. Oh, my God. I guess Mac Jones, I got a second life. Let's be honest, bro. Is he playing better than Purdy? It seems like it. It seems like Shanahan likes Mac Jones. So we got the 49ers at the Buccaneers. Buccaneers has got a big win. Buccaneers are 3.5-point favorites. At home. That one can go either way. Mac Jones is what? 3-0? 4-0? 3-0? 4-0? I don't think he lost yet. So if I was betting this game, I would take 49ers with 3.5. So that way I can hook them. Even if I lose by 3, you get the hook. Get the hook. You feel me? But I'm leaving that game alone. Baker been cooking. Mac been cooking. That can go either way. Pearsall's out still. Purdy's out. But they ain't been stopping Mac. As you see, they went and spanked on the Rams at the Rams. That was in the script. So, I would take the 3.5. You get a chance to win or cover if you lose by 3. But I won't be taking that as one of my major picks this week. You know what I mean? That's on y'all. All right, we got the Sunday night game, which I'm not touching. We got the Lions at the Chiefs. Chiefs are 2.5-point favorites. Chiefs just lost to the Jags. Chris Jones took a timeout while he was still on the field. He was supposed to let Trevor Lawrence score. Lions been rolling people, man. They've been rolling people. They not playing. They say they not taking no shit this year. They said we smacking everybody. But why the Chiefs 2.5 point favorites? I guess because they're home. They're desperate for a win. Worthy, is he playing? I don't know. I don't think he's been practicing. They still got another week before Rashid Rice comes back. I don't know how they're gonna beat the Lions if the Lions was coming out playing like the Lions. So might be a script there. It can go either way. I think the public's taking the Lions, which they should. Better team, plus 2.5 points. You know what I mean? That's why I'm staying away from it. Betting against Mahomes continuously, 2.5. That shit's too close. I'll be enjoying the game. I don't really mess with unders and overs that much. I'll probably be taking some prop bets, but I don't know which way this script's gonna go because the Chiefs could lose this one and they can rip off some games, in a row. So it's kind of fluky with the storyline with the Chiefs, what's going on. So what I would do, in this game, 8 o'clock, I'm trying to put some money on it. I would take the Lions and take that 2.5 and move that shit up to plus 7.5. Just in case, you feel me? So I got more of a cushion, more of a chance. So that's the one pick I would put in. I would move that Lions up to plus 7.5. Chiefs ain't blowing nobody out. They don't have the personnel to. They can't even run the ball. Patrick Mahomes is their fucking running back. You know what I'm saying? So I will move that up, take the Lions with a few more points, though. You know what I mean? Just in case the rig is in and the Chiefs win by 3. All right, I'm with that. So that's where I would go with that. Monday night, we got 2 games. Doubleheader for Monday night. We got the Bills fresh off an ass whooping to the Patriots in their own home on Sunday night. Funny. Where was all the money? The money was on the Bills. At the Falcons, fresh off a bye, good win, loss, how they've been playing. Got Bijan out there looking good. So Falcons at home. The Bills are 4.5 point favorites in ATL, coming off a loss. They have a bye week next for the Bills, so the Bills, probably give it all they got. Falcons, really hard team. You're giving them 4.5. It depends, because Falcons look good before the bye, but remember, before that, they got, 30-0 against the fucking Panthers. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, they're wishy-washy. I can see the Bills just whooping their ass outright. I can see the Falcons fighting. You know what I mean? And covering. So to me, this is why I stay away from prime time, because it's heavy money betting on a lot of shit. But I could see this being a close game. And then depending on where all the money is, fucking after halftime, third, fourth quarter, I can see either the Falcons losing by 3 and covering the 4.5. Or if it's a lot of money on the Falcons, I can see the Bills getting a late, score ahead and winning by 6, where the Falcons don't cover. Depends on where the money is, bro. That's the main factor of all of this fixed rig shit. The money. Once once gambling became legal, where's all that money going? If the best team was always winning, there'd be some rich motherfuckers out there from sports right now. You know what I mean? Who always betted against the fucking Jaguars when they were ass or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? They got to let the bum teams win sometime to make the impossible possible. Got to be controlled. It'll be a lot of rich motherfuckers out there off of sports betting, just straight up taking favorites all day if everybody was playing their hardest. This shit is an entertainment company, baby. You got to entertain. You know what I mean? Got to be both sides. Got to be balanced. That's why it works, because it got to be balanced. So with that being said, that's why I think about the Bills and the Falcons. I think the Bills win the game. I don't think they lose at all, but they could lose 2 back-to-back and go into the bye. But, it just depends on where they cover the 4.5 or not. I'm not taking it. I'm not betting it. I usually stay away from primetime games, usually. However, the second game, I think I want some of that. Bears at the Commanders. The Commanders just coming off a big win at the Chargers, 27-10, with just Deebo Samuel and Bill Moskrit, whatever the rookie's name is. And they just whooped on the Chargers in their own home. That was pretty peculiar. But the Commanders are 4.5 point favorites against the Bears. Bears just coming off the bye. Remember, the Bears are one of those darling teams I told you about. Giving 4.5. And I like the Bears on this one. Here go my script. Predict the script. If y'all don't remember, which I'm sure they're going to start advertising it, last time Bears played the Commanders last year was when Jayden Daniels got that Hail Mary and the Bears player was over on the side off the field talking to the crowd and shit. And then he got back late for the Hail Mary with it and missed it. I mean, and, didn't play his man. That was this team. Bears and Commanders last year. I think the guy named was Stevenson on the defense for the Bears was over there talking shit to the crowd and shit halfway, and then Jayden Daniels did the Hail Mary into the end zone. Remember that? All right, that was against the Bears. Bears were winning that game into the Hail Mary. Also, revenge. Now they back. Caleb Williams, Jayden Daniels. I think those was the first two quarterbacks taken in that year draft. You know what I mean? They kind of locked in. Bears is the darling team right now. Under what's his name? What's the guy's name? Bob Johnson. Good offensive coordinator, whatever the case may be. They darling team. They getting 4.5. I might be a sucker for that. Everybody just saw Washington beat the Chargers 27-10, like they were dominant. Mind you, no Terry McLaurin this week. No D Brown. I think Brown. I forgot his first name. The wide receiver. So it's mainly Debo again, and he's banged up. You got Bill. I got to get his name right. I'm sorry. Krosky Merritt. Okay, the rookie for you got them two. And you got Jayden Daniels running around. You got Ertz, a little bit here and there, but he's not too much of a factor. Versus the Bears, fresh off the bye, healthy. Caleb Williams, they want to make him improvement, make him look good like they're making Trevor Lawrence, but to me, he's actually better than Trevor Lawrence. And I'm getting 4.5 against a banged up Commanders who just won last week a game nobody really seen them winning. I like the Bears on this one. Give me the 4.5, of course. Either they win or I can lose by a field goal. Give me the 4.5. I'll be the sucker for that one. I'm going to have to be the sucker for that one. And the Bears need a little get back from the Hail Mary shit that worked last year. So, a lot of script reasons I like the Bears on this one. I don't see Commanders just keep marching along, beating people hobbled up. You know what I mean? Especially over these darling teams who the NFL like. So, give me the Bears on that one for Monday night. All right. So look through this and just want to give you guys my picks. What I'm taking. Steelers, money line, give me it. I'm not moving. I'm not budging. I'm not going nowhere. It's not happening. I'm taking the Steelers. Okay. I'm taking the Bears on the Monday night. I usually stay away from primetime games, but I'll let the Bills and Falcons be the rig. Okay. So many reasons I like the Bears plus 4.5 on that one. Okay. So I'm going to lock that one in. I'm going to take that. Give me the Colts. I'm rolling with the Colts. Cardinals look bad. The rig will have to be in for them to even win that. They look good on both sides. Give me the Colts money line. Give me that. Give me that. I'm going to roll with that. I'll stand behind that. If the rig is in, we going to know it's some fluky-wookie going on. But give me the fucking Colts. All right. So I like those three. Is there anybody else I'm willing to go out there with for? Give me the Rams. I'm sorry, son. Let me see Cooper Rush beat the Rams who need a win as well. They might be close. It might be some fluke. Let me see them beat the Rams. Rams just lost to the fucking 49ers when they weren't supposed to. Give me the fucking Rams. Give me the Rams. All right. So I got the Steelers. I got the Rams. I got the Bears with the points. And then I got the Colts. All of those I got money line except the Bears. Bears give me the points. All right. I low-key like the Marvin Harrison touchdown in the Colts, though, just because of the playing first time at his daddy's place, little connection. I'll probably put that one in as well. And that's about it. That's all I got for you. I gave you 4 picks. Take them separate, take them together. Do what y'all want to do. I know you guys have got your own picks. Our mission here is just think on the same page, to try to reinforce a pick that you may have already been thinking. So now if somebody else is thinking like you, it gives you more reason. Okay, we got many reasons to take that. We may lose, but we made a logical decision when we took the bet. You know what I mean? So we're going to ride with it. Ain't no baby and crying over here. You feel me? But I like to thank all my new subscribers. Predict the script week 6, the rigged report. I like to appreciate all the supporters, the people that's commenting, even the haters. You know what I mean? I like trolling, going back and forth with you guys. I can shoot this shit all day. This is fucking football, guys. This is fun. This is sports. People getting mad, trying to die over their favorite team and all of that and want to fight. I'm not with that. I'm going to cut you up. I'm going to crack jokes just like y'all crack jokes. I'm going to talk about you. You know what I'm saying? Because this is all sports. This is all social media. You know what I mean? No keyboard tough guys. We not doing that punk shit around here. You know what I mean? We having fun with it. I appreciate the subscribers, guys. Keep sharing, comment, likes. You know what I mean? We're going to interact together. Predict the script week 6. Hell of a Thursday to be a Phillies fan, Philadelphia. And I'm going to holler at you guys. Appreciate the love. Peace.